Matt Babel, Entertainment Tonight, Canada.
Thank you.
Oh,
did you see that look? Did you see that look? He was like
shoot.
this. Tonight, Canada.
Canada. Yeah.
Like that was
Canada.
like I was like, all right, cool.
It
you
was,
got
it,
this
was,
one?
it was like tantamount to I'm your father.
He decapitated me with his laser eyes on the way to you. I was like,
Star Wars all over again.
It was bad.
So here's the thing. I mean, when two men this handsome get together in a song picture. Okay?
You had me at men.
I mean, is there initially a struggle for dominance?
Oh.
Is there
You have
some
to
kind
establish dominance early, which is what I've learned. So, the first day I don't use my restroom in my trailer, I use his. Which is like, I usually like, that's
Which
like
is
sort of
also
like,
known as my couch.
yeah, it's his couch, it's his carpet, it's the walls, it's everything, You really want to get in there early and make sure that you say, hey,
I love that.
Hydrate.
you're in my town now.
Hydrate.
I love that.
Yeah.
Also known as London, which is the
Also
UK.
known as- yes, it's in the United Kingdom.
Rebecca,
Historically, they've been great.
when Rebecca was wondering, we were wondering when I just spoke to her.
What's wrong with us?
Yeah.
When did this start? When did this start to brew? She said you guys have been stealing the spotlight, stealing the shine of the movie. When did this romance start to like brew and come to life?
Right. Thank you for saying romance and not bromance.
Okay.
Oh, you said romance.
yeah,
He said romance. I think he
guess,
said
whatever.
bromance.
Oh, really?
You say bromance?
Well, I'm gonna go with romance if he said.
He
romance.
said bromance. When did the romance start?
It's in a dictionary by now, right? Bromance.
Well, yeah. When did it start? I mean, I don't think it's really started, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, when they take us out of our cryogenic chambers, like, we don't really get to do anything besides present ourselves in press junkets and then I don't really know him.
An iceberg starts here, right?
Yeah.
But then there's so much more underneath, which is what we're sort of learning about each other now.
What was I mean?
How did it start?
How did it
Look,
start?
in all honesty,
The first
I
2
think
days
there
we
is-
spent laughing. That was one of the things.
like
that
this.
really-
This is like how it was.
Yeah.
It was like everyone's like, what was it like working on set? It was nonstop this, which is like useless, which you'll know from when you're trying to pull footage from this interview.
Yeah, you'd be like-
and so you understand what Daniel Espinosa had to go through and why he's a genius.
Yeah,
because we
the movie's
genuinely
so
look
scary
scared.
and so tense,
Yeah.
and then this is sort of what the big speed bump that was in Daniel's way every day was us.
Was like
Well,
that.
that's the thing. How does it lend itself? Because in talking to everybody, it seems like there was great camaraderie and lighthearted and such good times. How does that lend itself to this movie that basically on pins and needles the entire time?
Yeah,
I mean, I think that's part of it.
that's the wonder of Daniel Espinosa too. He was
Yeah.
very good at keeping that tension alive on screen, but in between it was mostly in between takes, but there were some of the boss's money that we might have blown through just laughing.
But also,
yeah.
like, that's also the sort of classic way, generally, like when you're dealing with something pretty serious, to, you can go to the other side of it, and then you just jump back and you go hardcore into the scene, and then you're back out and you can joke. There was a lot of weird, we were using our imagination a lot of time to picture this creature. So, each one of us had a different idea of what was scary to us, and we were constantly facing it. And the creature then treated us differently based on how we responded to it. So, Daniel also was talking to our ear all the time and telling us stuff. We would focus most of the time in the take, most of the time.
40% is most.
I would
it's
say,
not
like,
exactly over the line of most, but it's like
But it's a failure.
just under.
I mean, it's general. It's
Yeah.
40%. It's definitely a failure.
Yeah.
So I mean, we are, regardless of how we behave now, professionals. So we got it done. But it was great fun. And
Also,
then it was
you're also at 0 G, so we're weightless throughout the entire film, but we're on these wires, which is exhausting and tough. So it's like it's easier to focus when you're in pain. So we had a lot of that, which is good. I think which you're also seeing on the screen. But in between it was troubling.
Can you guys focus on this for just
What
a
is that?
second?
Whoa, what
Is
is
this
that?
not incredible?
What is that?
Your head is tiny.
You look uncomfortable in the suit, but
What is that?
there is online people are saying they would love for you to play Cable in Deadpool 2.
Oh, that's sorry. I apologize.
This is
I
what's
didn't
called
know.
a scoop.
I'm sorry. I
This
didn't.
is what's called a scoop.
Yes, of ice cream.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is this possible? Can we make this happen, right?
Well,
Is that-
for starters, we either have to make his body 60% smaller or his head 60% bigger because this
By the way,
is
can
not
I just
gonna
ask you
work.
something? How long this morning did you spend on this? He woke up at 7 and he was like, "Do that picture. So tired. I was in South by Southwest for so. I was just like, I drank too much. I saw Talib Kweli and Lana Del Rey last night. And I was like,
His head looks
it's
like
just
a
like
pimple.
whatever. That's fine. It doesn't matter. We're never gonna use that piece anyway because they won't make any sense when they're talking.
No.
So it's fine.
No. Do you mind if I just throw my thing to poke a hole and just do the tongue thing if that's okay?
Do you mind if I just take that, pull it up, and put that in my pants?
For a minute here.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So I hope we answered that question.